Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Shrady and welcome back to the channel. So the people have spoken. I put a vote up and well, you guys voted, and the result was exactly what I expected. So as soon as the snow clears up a little bit, because there's about 2 feet of snow on top of 2 inches of ice on the sidewalks outside of my house right now, and I do not have a car because I am poor as flip. God, I wish I could just say the F word. It's not satisfying to say flip. Anyway, so as soon as that clears up a little bit, I will walk up to the store and I will get myself a big old tub of ice cream. And you better believe I'm going to be eating that ice cream for 15 minutes. And then probably not pooping for the 3 days after that. So anyway, so let's take a... before we get into anything else. So I used to do something called the YouTuber Spotlight. I stopped doing it because I kind of ran out of YouTubers to do spotlights on. I was starting to repeat the same people over and over again. But I have found another YouTuber. So if you guys are enjoying Pokemon Go content and you're looking for somebody new to go check out Boygos. Boygos is looking like a clean YouTube channel. He's got really good stuff on there. Very unique teams, which is, you know, I respect that a lot. And also his setups looks really nice. So if you're looking for another content creator, I think my cat just died. If you're looking for another content creator, go and check him out. His link will be in the description and probably up on the top right hand side there. So let's take a look at the featured Pokemon for today. It is Lugia. Yes, I'm doing Master League content. So these battles were submitted to me a long time ago. They were submitted by BlueAnthrax, and BlueAnthrax has submitted multiple different battles to me, and I apologize for never featuring them. I was always too late to the party when I got around to seeing them. It was the Master League had ended, etc., etc. So I'm finally getting around to them. So these were from a while ago. So he's in ace rank when he did these battles, but I'm sure he's, you know, doing better than that by now. But either way, it doesn't really matter. So I haven't watched most of these, but I know that the team is going to change throughout, so I'm not going to bother going through the team because I'm pretty sure it changes. It's a combination of 4 Pokemon, Dialga, Lugia, Groudon, and Giratina Origin, so it's going to be 3 of those 4 Pokemon, and they're going to move around. But the point is, we're taking a look at Lugia with Aeroblast. I'm pretty sure this video has already been done, but I have never even seen Lugia with Aeroblast. I haven't seen those videos. Okay, so I'm assuming this is a negative lead because it's a psychic type. He's taking super effective damage from those ghost type attacks. But if he lands an Aeroblast, Aeroblast is insane. Like, absolutely insane. Alright, let's see if this is a Shadow Ball. Lugia is really tanky. It is a Shadow Ball, and it actually tanks that, like, almost no problem. That's actually pretty crazy. I know Lugia is one of the tankier Pokemon in the Master League, so Airblast comes through. Okay. Oh, Dragon Tail. Duh. Dragon Tail. So it's not that bad of a lead because Dragon Tail is doing super effective damage because of Giratina Origin's Dragon typing. So now this is another Dragon Tail. Lugia coming in here, so he's going to go for another Aeroblast. This is probably going to get a shield. Let's see. Nope. Okay. Does a lot of damage. Okay, almost got to that Sky Attack there, so that's pretty close. He's going to be coming in with his own Giratina Origin here. Once again, doing super effective damage. Does he call the bait? Is this an Aeroblast? Probably is, I'm imagining. No, it's just a Sky Attack. So very nice no shield. That does basically nothing. Togekiss comes in, and this is bad. So he was telling me in the description of the battle submission form that Lugia Groudon core works really well, and you don't have to worry as much about Togekiss because Lugia doesn't take super effective damage like Dragonite does from Togekiss. So I think he's just going to sack the Groudon here. That would probably make the most sense. Groudon does very poorly here because Mudshot and Earthquake are both double resisted. The only thing it can do is go for Fire Punches. Shields and Ancient Power, that's pretty unfortunate because that would be resisted. Probably would have been doing almost nothing. But he did get a shield, so that's pretty good. I'm surprised they shielded the Fire Punch. You don't have to... Why are they shielding? You don't have to shield that. It's not going to do that much damage. And, okay. Yeah, it's really not going to do that much damage, and the Mud Shots are double resisted, so Groudon's not going to be able to farm down Togekiss. So just a future reference for anybody else, there is no reason to shield that. Okay, so now he should be able to get to a Shadow Ball here. It's going to be pretty close, but all he has to do is shield this probably Ancient Power once again. Togekiss is hoping for the boost. Give me the boost, Togekiss says. No boost for you. Shadow Ball coming through. Unfortunately, overtapped there a little bit, but that is just okay. So that will be the first one. And I don't know what order these are in. They're all named different things. So this one's called Groudon Eats Kyogre. I'd love to see it. That's one thing I do like about Groudon, is that it can hit Kyogre for like very heavy damage with Earthquake, if you land one, that is. Alright, so Dialga into Dialga. Both best buddy Dialgas, but it looks like BlueAnthrax has a higher CP. Must just be, well, it's 100%, so that would make sense. And also, I think this was before, this might have been a Master League Classic, I actually have no idea. Alright, going for the Iron Head. Unfortunately that's resisted, but you know, you need to land one charge move in order to win this, so he's gonna let this come through, and it is an Iron Head. And I guess since they, now that makes no sense. That makes no sense. Okay, whatever, somehow he lost that. Even though he had better IVs. Okay, they come in with the Dragonite. This is actually, it seems like a pretty good matchup for Lugia here, because Lugia is only taking neutral damage from the Dragon type attacks, whereas Dragonite is taking super effective damage from the Dragon Tails, and will take a bunch of heavy damage from both, well, from Aeroblast. Sky Attack won't do as much, but let's see how much a Sky Attack does. Does he get the shield? He does get a shield, so Dragonite is also plenty squishier than Lugia is, so if you're looking for a flyer to replace your Dragonite, I would say Lugia is looking pretty good. So, Aeroblast is a legacy move. I'm pretty sure it was only available for Lugias in raids. So if you don't have one, you can use an Elite TM to get one. And it looks, he got a shield there and just took out the Dragonite. So Lugia is a pretty damn good counter for Dragonite, it seems. Okay, he gets a shield, which is okay. Alright, this is not the greatest, obviously, but, you know, from the title, I'm assuming he's going to win this. So he just has to shield any Surfs that come through. Surf and Waterfall are both doing super effective damage, because ground types do take super effective damage from water. And this Earthquake is going to land, and like I said, it does a lot of damage here. As you see, God, that actually did more than I thought it was going to. Alright, so do you just have to land a Fire Punch? Oh, overtapped! Oh my god, that was close. That Waterfall is going to take him out if this Fire Punch doesn't take it out. Okay, so you have to land an Earthquake and a Fire Punch to take out a Kyogre. Good to know. Good information there. Alright, this one is called Lugia Closer. So I don't know, again, I don't know what order these Pokemon are in. I don't even know if it's all the same Pokemon. And also, guys, if you decide to submit some battles to me, when you go to take a screenshot of the moveset, make sure it says Trainer Battles instead of Gyms and Raids. Because with the Gyms and Raids one, you get, it'll say like weather boosted, and it won't have the details like how Draco Meteor debuffs your defense ×2. It won't say that stuff, and I like to show that stuff. Alright, so anyway, picking up a lead against a Mamoswine. You can do super effective damage here with the Iron Heads. Probably going to get a shield. Never mind, just takes it out. Okay, the opponents just sacks their Mamoswine, maybe having something else in the back, weak to Dialga. Most likely. Coming in with the Groudon now, because Groudon does super effective damage with the Fire Punch. I'm sorry, no, neutral with the Fire Punch, and then super effective with the Earthquake and the Mud Shots, because Dialga takes super effective because of the steel typing. It actually takes neutral from Fire Punch because dragon types resist fire, and then steel takes super effective from. So unfortunately that was a CMP tie. So he's going to shield. That's kind of oof. Not the greatest thing to shield. Okay, going to come in with the Lugia here, trying to catch a Dragon Claw. Very nice catch. This seems again like it's not the best, because you're taking super effective damage from the Shadow Claws. You're also dealing super effective damage with the Dragon Tails, though. So, and this is probably a Shadow Sneak. This is going to do super effective damage as well. But Lugia is a thick boy. God, that's actually okay. That's insane. Lugia, stop being so thick. All right, so this Sky Attack's going to be coming through. Boom. I won't do that again. Alright, so Dialga's going to come back in. And again, Dialga's taking neutral damage. He's going for the Aeroblast. There's no way. There's no way. He's got 2 shields. He's going to shield this for sure. Come on. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so weak connection. Not great, getting farmed down at this point. Now he's going to go for the Fire Punch. This Dialga is pretty loaded on energy here, so he's going to have to call this. He calls it as an Iron Head. Now he's going to be going for the Fire Punch. This should be getting the shield here. Hopefully, anyway. If they were counting properly, then they won't shield this. But okay, they do get the shield. Or he does get the shield. Now he can just shield this next Iron Head. I don't think a Fire Punch is going to KO here. But maybe with the Mud Shots. Yeah, probably with the Mud Shots, I think a Fire Punch... maybe a couple, maybe 1 Dragon Tail, maybe 2 Dragon Tails after this. Okay. Oh my lord, that was, I don't know how he didn't die there, because I have no idea how he won that, because usually the Dragon Breaths go through before the Dragon Tail does, so maybe the opponent lagged or something. Okay, picking up a positive lead, taking neutral damage from the Dragon type attacks. The opponent switches into a Machamp. The Machamp does super effective damage with those counters. Because of the Steel typing, he's going to go into his Flyer. Even Rock Slide is not going to do all that much here. Let's see. Yeah, doesn't do too much. This is why Legendaries rule Master League. You can use, even Machamp doesn't do all that well in Master League Premier Cup just because of all of the, like even Metagross can beat Machamp, which is, yeah, so. I'm going to call this, even if it is a Rock Slide, he's going to be able to survive, and he resists the counters, doesn't have to worry about getting farmed down. He did get his shield already, so if you get both shields here, that's even better. And then I would even call the third one as a cross chop. Most people are probably going to go for a cross chop here. Okay, he doesn't shield, smart play. I probably shouldn't have shielded the first one. Getting some more lag. Dragon Tails are resisted here. Sky Attack is resisted. This is a really good matchup for Metagross. So we're going to come in with the Groudon now to reveal that he has a perfect counter. Well, it's not a perfect counter, but he does super effective damage with everything. Whereas Metagross can only do neutral with everything. So waiting for the switch out here. Going for the Earthquake most likely because the opponent... Oh, okay. I was going to say, I usually go for the Earthquake when the opponent is down a shield because I don't think they're going to want to... Yeah, exactly. Because I don't think they would want to spend both shields that early. When you, well, not that early, but when you have two shields and they only have one, most of the time they're not going to shield. So he actually lets that go, and he's going to leave it up to his Dialga. So Dialga is taking resisted damage from those bullet punches and doing resisted damage with the Dragon Breath. Here comes the Dragonite. This is going to be a Dragon Claw. Will hit for neutral damage, but it will do a good amount. So I'm going to go ahead and shield. I mean, not that good of an amount, but his health is pretty low here. Pretty much all he has to do is, yeah, just throw a couple Iron Heads. The second one is going to KO for sure. Gets the shield, and the next Iron Head is coming through, and this should be taking it out. So I appreciate all you guys voting in the poll that I made. So I wanted to put some Master League content on the channel because I know some people are looking to see that. So I don't want to, like, you know, not put any of it out. I know I'm not a big fan of Master League, but I know some of you guys are, so we're going to take a look at some of it. Alright, picking up a lead against a Kyogre. I guess this is pretty neutral all throughout. Thunder will hit for super effective damage, though. This doesn't seem like it was enough to be a Thunder. Maybe it was, but I wasn't paying attention. Alright, so Surf's coming through, and the opponent actually gives up Switch there, which is interesting. Gonna go for the Sky Attack here. I don't think they're gonna shield. I'd probably go for the Aeroblast. Both are resisted. Yeah, and they won't do that much, but now he can reveal that he has a Groudon. Groudon's a pretty good counter for Dialga. Dialga is honestly, like, the name of this clip was Dialga is the king of Master League, and it's no joke. Dialga has been the king of Master League since Master League started. It's just the typing is perfect, and it's not just the typing, it's the typing and the moveset. It's just, it makes it pretty overpowered. Dragon and Steel. Dragon and Steel are the two types in the game that have the most resistances. So to have both of those typings, you resist so much. It's just, basically, it renders a lot of Pokemon not even usable for the Master League because Dialga is just going to absolutely wall them. So, alright, going for an Earthquake up against the Kyogre here. This is going to hit for, you guys saw how much it did. It's actually a pretty respectable amount of damage here. So, oh, that one, maybe it's an underpowered Kyogre? What the hell? Okay, but yeah, it does look like these Pokemon are level 40, so maybe this was Master League Classic, or maybe this was filmed before all the spoofers started getting all their candies. And yes, I know you can't spoof legendary candies, but so more than just legendaries. Okay, anyway, so the opponent comes in with their last Pokemon, which is a Mewtwo here. Mewtwo is doing taking super effective damage here and dealing neutral damage with basically everything, unless it has Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball will hit for super effective because of that Ghost typing. But Psychic types do take super effective damage from Ghost type attacks, so this is looking pretty good. He actually no-shields that. Pretty gutsy there. I guess it doesn't really matter. But, I mean, if that was a Shadow Ball, he probably would have lost this. But this is a good matchup just because of the super effective damage with the Shadow Claws and the, yeah, everything. So, gonna get the last shield here most likely, and I didn't see how much health he had left on the Lugia. Let's see. He's got enough, so the Psystrike's gonna take him out, and maybe he can get to a Sky Attack. But Psystrike and Psycho Cut are both resisted. Oh yeah, he's got enough. Okay, so that's going to be taken out. The shiny Mewtwo. Mewtwo was the first legendary Pokemon that I ever built, and then I used it like one time for a video. Okay, Lugia, you can, there you go, bud. Okay, this one is called Lugia is a Dialga counter confirmed. Alright, so not a good matchup because of that Steel typing. It resists the Sky Attack as well as the Aeroblast, but Aeroblast, like I said, is a pretty insane move. Sorry about the noise. That is my ferret scratching his ass off back in the background there. Can't really do anything to stop it. We're just going to have to bear with it here. Alright, so going for the Airblast. Let's see how much damage an Airblast does. I expect it to do a lot even though it's resisted. You guys saw how much the Sky Attack does? Not very much. Okay, that's pretty respectable. And he gets the attack boost. I actually kind of forgot that there was even a chance to get your attack boosted there. But with Extra Sensory, which is what he's not running, Extra Sensory would be hitting for resisted damage here. So with the Dragon Tail, he's actually able to hit for neutral. Plus he got the attack boost, so he's able to farm down. Only had to spend 1 shield, and here comes Groudon. There's no way he lands this. There's no way. They're going to have to shield. Yeah, they have to. They have to respect the damage there. So he's going to go into his Giratina here. And again, this is a pretty good matchup, but Earthquake does hit for neutral damage, and I do expect this to be an Earthquake, but he's going to call it. Fire Punch is resisted. Yep, that is an Earthquake. Like I said, most people kind of don't expect you to shield, so unfortunately the opponent catches on the Landorus, but this is still fine. This is going to do a good bit of neutral damage. Landorus is kind of like Groudon, but just has Rock Slide instead of Fire Punch. Slinky, stop! Alright, so Rock Slide is going to be coming through. That does neutral damage and it's going to be taking him out. I think this may have even been before the Rock Slide nerf. Could be wrong about that, but not exactly sure. Okay, coming in with the Groudon. This is not the greatest matchup for Groudon, but he does do a very nice sack swap onto his Lugia here. The reason it's not a good setup here for Groudon is because the Mud Shots as well as the Earthquake are double resisted. Fire Punch does hit for neutral, and this should be taking out the Landorus, and he did a very nice job of over farming. And now it's just that Groudon in the back, and he's going to go for the Earthquake here. The opponent probably knows their win condition here is to call the bait, so I don't expect them to shield. Yep, that's exactly what I would do. Most people in that situation are looking for their win condition, and they're like, okay, my win condition is if they bait and I call it. So, and even if the opponent baits, I wouldn't even throw the charge move here. I'd probably just go for the farm down, because they still have a shield, so they're definitely going to shield this, and then, yeah, you're just going to mud shot it down anyway, so no reason to throw the charge move there, but regardless, able to win that matchup. Going up against Ricardo Cabral. I think that's what that said. Alright, this one is called Dialga Lead. I thought that was, okay, maybe have we seen this one? I don't think we've seen this one, but we shall take a peek. Alright, so once again, this is a good matchup for Dialga, but like we saw in the last battle, if he lands the Airblast, then it's looking a little bit better. So I didn't see what the rest of his team was here. Let's take a peek. Giratina Origin. Okay, so yeah, I can't really switch out because Giratina Origin takes super effective damage from those Dragon Breaths. And if you switch into the Groudon, they're just going to switch out. So he's going to let this go. He did land the Aeroblast there, but he didn't get the boost this time, so now he's looking to farm down most likely. Probably going to have to eat an Iron Head. Oh, they were actually about to get to an Iron Head, so very nice being able to farm down before they got to an Iron Head. And what comes in their own Groudon, that is telling me that they have... what do they have in the back? If I knew Master League better, I would probably have a good guess, but I actually have no idea. So he's able to get the shield with an Earthquake. Fire Punch and Earthquake actually both hit for neutral damage here. Surprisingly enough, something I learned a long time ago was that ground does not resist fire. Doesn't really make any sense because ground does super effective to fire, but hey, who am I to judge? What's his face? Alright, so eats an Earthquake, unfortunately, going to come in with a Giratina, and there's a Mewtwo in the back, so this is looking real good. Not sure why they came in with... Yeah, why wouldn't they just come in with a Mewtwo? I don't know, who knows? Alright, going for the bait and gets the last shield, so surprisingly, I probably wouldn't have... I guess you kind of have to shield this as the Mewtwo, because you can't... That doesn't really matter. Alright, so this one's actually running Shadow Ball, so that was a good shield there, because that would have done a lot of damage. Going for the Ominous Wind, I think you probably have to go for a Shadow Ball, because this Ominous Wind is not going to KO, and you might have to shield another Shadow Ball. Never mind, it does KO. I know nothing about the Master League. Don't listen to me. Alright, so now I'm going to be going for the Ominous Wind here. The opponent is probably going to be going for an Earthquake. Again, looking for a win condition. Has to land an Earthquake. Because even if you baited, it wouldn't matter. Because, yeah. So, I would have gone straight Earthquake there as well. So, very nice shield. And that is the end of that one. Okay. I got some battles mixed up there. But that's okay. Now, this one is called... Just Another Dialga in Lugia's Path. Alright, so... I didn't see the intro or the beginning there, but going to be going for the Shadow Ball against this Garchomp, so this is a really neutral matchup, but Garchomp does have Outrage, which hits for super effective damage. He's going to call the bait here, and that is an Outrage. That's going to be... oh, it doesn't take it out. Okay. But is in range of being farmed down here. Going to go for the Ominous Wind. I think he may have been able to get to the Shadow Ball, but it would be really close. I probably would have got nervous and threw there as well. So, yeah, he would have been able to get to it, unfortunately, but that's all right. Now he's going to be coming in with the Lugia, probably looking to farm down here. The good thing about this matchup is Earthquake and Sand Tomb are both double resisted, but Outrage is going to hit for a decent amount of neutral damage. Gets the bit. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Sand Tomb is one of the most... Look, I use Garchomp in the Master League Premier Cup. I know how annoying it is to get hit by Sand Tombs left and right, because it debuffs your defense, especially if you end up shielding it. Alright, so the opponent... Oh, okay, that's what was in the lead. Alright, so now he's going to be coming in with the Groudon here to this Melmetal. Melmetal does resist damage with everything except for the superpower, so he shields the first superpower because that's the one that's going to do the most damage. Now he's going to go for the Fire Punch here, expecting a shield most likely. Both of these hit for super effective damage, Fire Punch as well as Earthquake. Here comes the next superpower. This will be hitting for a good bit of neutral damage, but it is debuffed at this point, so it's not going to do that much. Honestly, like even the non-debuff superpower doesn't do that much to Groudon. So at this point, he's looking to farm down, and again, this is double debuffed now, so won't do that much. And we'll be able to farm down. 2, 3, 4. Has a ton of energy, so let's see what comes back in. It's going to be that Garchomp, and getting some lag, and he goes for the... Ooh, I think a Fire Punch, even though it's resisted, I think a Fire Punch would probably come close. Yeah. And what's in the back of Dialga? Alright, so, yeah. I don't know if he has to bait. I think he has to bait to get to 2 charge moves. Or at least to get to an Earthquake afterwards. But the opponent does a very nice call. Okay. I probably would have gone for the Aeroblast here. I think he would have been able to get to it, but he's probably worried about getting hit by an Iron Head. I don't think an Iron Head KOs. But since he went for the Sky Attack, this is probably going to be an Iron Head. He actually decides to shield. I probably would have left it up to the Groudon. How much... health is a Groudon. Okay, Groudon's very low on health. That's why he decided to shield this. Can he get to the Airblast? Can he get to it? Lag. Oh, God. Oh, my Lord. Don't you... I hate this game so much sometimes. When you lag at the most important time. Fortunately, he was actually able to get his charge move off. But most of the time when that happens to me... Nah. I don't get anything off. I just die. I'm like about to win, and then the game's like, no. Alright, picking up a lead against the Machamp. Again, this is a good lead, even though he hits, or even though he gets super effective damage from the Rock Slide. It just doesn't do that much. Machamp is very glassy. But just, it's not, it can't compare to the legendaries. Like Rock Slide, it just tickles it a little bit. Alright, so he's going to be building up a little bit of energy here and going for the Sky Attack. This does hit for super effective damage. I'm really surprised that the Machamp is staying in, because this is a really bad matchup for Machamp. You basically don't have to shield a damn thing, and you can just go straight Sky Attack and win this. I'm wondering. Alright, so this should be another Rock Slide. Yeah, there's no reason to bait because most people are not going to shield that because the counters are double resisted. Or not double resisted, but single resisted. Wait, no, double resisted. They are double resisted. Just kidding, because Psychic and Flying both resist fighting. So now he has no worries here. And now the opponent comes in with a Kyogre. He's going to be building up some energy. Almost went down there, but fortunately, he got both shields off of that Machamp. I don't think that player knows... They should have just switched out instantly, or tried to catch a charge move or something like that. Alright, so it looks like this Kyogre is running Surf as well as Thunder, most likely. Both are resisted here because of the Dragon typing on Giratina Origin. Once again, Dragon type's pretty powerful because of those resistances. Going to go for the Shadow Ball because it hits for heavier damage, is more energy efficient as well. Alright, so this is probably going to be a Thunder, most likely. Let's see. No, it's going to be another Surf. Surf's probably more energy efficient, and the Waterfalls are also resisted. He's able to farm down, has a ton of energy, and the opponent is out of shields. Going to be going for the Shadow Ball, going for the kill shot here. This is going to be taking out the Machamp. And then let's see what is in the back. Is he going to 2-shield flex? It is a Mamoswine. Alright, so Mamoswine does super effective damage to his entire team. But, okay, slight 2-shield flex. They gave up, but it would have been a 2-shield flex, most likely. Actually, probably not, because he'd have to shield an Avalanche. But we're going to call it a 2-shield flex, because he had 2 shields and he won. So, ba-boom. Alright, who ran man? What do you got? Picking up a lead against a Groudon. Once again, good lead here. Double resisting the Mud Shots, double resisting the Earthquake. Fire Punch is going to just, it's going to barely do a thing. It's going to look like a cross poison coming from an Ariados. Alright, here comes the Fire Punch. Ouch! Yeah, it does basically nothing. So he's able to do neutral damage with all of his charge moves here. And again, why is the opponent staying in? I'm a bit confused here. This is a really bad matchup for Groudon. He's going to be going for the Sky Attack here, building up to the Aeroblast. Aeroblast is it's a heavy threat. You got to be careful about Aeroblast. It does a ton of damage. But the Groudon calls the bait, and now he's just going to be going straight Sky Attack now that they called the bait. This next one's probably going to get the shield. Maybe. Actually, yeah, maybe not. They might just be sacking the Groudon. That might be why they're staying in. They might have something else that's weak to Lugia. So let's see. This looks like back-to-back Fire Punches. Maybe. Yeah, not back-to-back, but I was going to say he's getting close to a second one. So going straight Sky Attack, it looks like Groudon can actually do a lot of damage with Fire Punch, but not that much. Alright, so Mamoswine's coming in, and he's going for the Aeroblast. Even though these Powder Snows are super effective, Lugia don't care. Lugia is so thick that it's just like, nah, I'm cool, dog. Alright, so Airblast coming through, that does a ton of damage. Alright, so unfortunately, again, his entire team takes super effective damage from ice-type attacks, because he's got a Flyer, he's got Groudon, which is a ground type, and then he has a Dragon type, which is Giratina. But at least Groudon can do super effective damage with Fire Punch here. Mamoswine is very glassy, so I do expect... Well, I don't think he'll shield. Okay, they do shield. I probably would have shielded that too now that I'm thinking about it, because he came in with a Groudon to a Mamoswine. You do have to shield the Avalanche. I'm pretty sure that would do enough alongside the Powder Snows that would be taking him out. Let's see how much a Fire Punch does. The opponent does a very nice switch. Very nice. Alright, so I'd probably stay in here, build up to a Fire Punch, and then switch out, because you need a Fire Punch to threaten that Mamoswine with, and I'm pretty sure Groudon would probably win. Alright, so he did a very nice job building up the Fire Punch, because I'm expecting that Groudon would win a CMP tie versus Mamoswine. Mamoswine does have a high attack stat, but Groudon has a much higher CP. So I'm assuming, I don't know how that works, but whatever. Alright, so he's going to undercharge this, but it was still enough. And now the opponent comes in with their Mamoswine. They're going to have to throw here. They're going to have to throw in order to take him out. So this is going to be an Avalanche, going to be taking out the Giratina. And now he has a Fire Punch loaded. Does a Fire Punch KO? I actually have no idea. Mamoswine's max CP is much lower than Groudon, so... Yeah, it does KO. That's unfortunate. God. See, even in... Alright, and then the last battle is just called Loss. I wish it wouldn't end on a note like this, but this is the last one I got. Oh, son of a bitch. And I have this stupid... Oh, man. Pretend that's a Master League emblem and not a Love Cup thing. Alright. Picking up a lead. And again, they're both doing super effective damage, but we've seen that if you... it's not the worst matchup here, so... Shadow Ball coming through. Lugia don't care. Please don't tell me this is the same one that we've already seen. Alright, going for the Airblast. Let's see if he lands. And honestly, I kind of forgot that, like I said earlier, I kind of forgot Airblast even has a chance to buff your attack. So now he's going to switch into his Groudon here. Groudon is taking neutral damage from everything. You do have to be careful of the Shadow Ball. I expect this to be a bait, though. Alright, so he shields a very nice shield that would have been doing a ton of damage. And now the opponent comes in with their Kyogre. But once again, if you land an Earthquake, this ain't so bad. Earthquake's going to do a good bit of neutral damage. Gets a shield, and now if he shields a Surf, he should be able to get to another Earthquake, because Waterfall takes a long time to get to charge moves. The opponent's going for the farm down, which means they're going to have to eat an EQ. And Mudshot gets to charge moves very quickly, especially in comparison to Waterfall. So gonna go down to the Waterfalls, but did a ton of damage there. And now he can come in with the Giratina Origin and basically just farm this thing down. Actually comes in with the Lugia. Okay. I guess, yeah, it makes sense because they're throwing instantly. I probably would have, yeah, I probably would not have thrown if I was the Kyogre there. Probably would have gone for the farm down, but I would have already forgotten how much energy the Lugia had. Alright, so going to tank this Surf, no problem. The opponent probably got nervous thinking they were going to go down. Here comes a Dragonite. Dragonite has a really good matchup here because it's doing super effective damage with the Dragon Breath, Dragon Claw, as well as like Outrage, any Dragon type attacks. So this is, yeah, this is definitely looking like a loss because he's probably going to go down. Second Dragon Claw is probably going to take him out. I think an Ominous Wind might KO here, though. We'll see. Dragon Claw's coming through. Ominous Wind. He's over farming a little bit. Pretty dangerous because those Dragon Breaths do a ton of damage. Dragon Breath's pretty insane move. Alright, so Ominous Wind comes through, that takes it out. And Kyogre comes in, and that's not a loss. Wait, there's another Pokemon left. Oh, yeah, Giratina. Oh, alright, so that's, yeah. G. Bruh.
Oh my god, Slinky.
He's just been scratching. He's been scratching all day.
1 hour later.
Okay, I think my ferret is finally done scratching for the next, hopefully 5 minutes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd appreciate you leaving a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, I post 6 days a week around 10 a.m. Eastern. So if you wouldn't mind subscribing, it would do me a huge solid, but only do so if you actually enjoy the content. Let me know down in the comments what kind of Pokemon you want to see featured in a Love Cup video or in a Master League video or whatever you want to see. Definitely open to taking suggestions here. So shout out once again to BlueAnthrax for submitting those videos. I do really appreciate it. And if you guys have something to show me, something spicy, preferably spicy, go down to the description. There's a link down there. It's called the Battle Submission Form. Give it a click and make sure you actually fill out everything on the form, or else I can't feature you guys. And make sure when you take a picture of the screenshots that it's under trainer battles. So I very much appreciate that. All right, guys. See you in the next video. Take it easy. Shout out to my patrons: Running Froggy, NZ Tech Freak, Grizzinator, Northstar 7620, Daniel Sheldon, Clapton Caveman, Silver N Fortuna, Austin Gostovic, Owen Mulvaney, Moach, Cleric, Mr. Cookout, Brandon, Joseph Cahill, Lana Pierce, Owen Jones, and Zap Latinsky. Thank you guys so much.